So I've been seeing a lot of posts from real estate agents on Facebook and other social media changing brokerages right now. And I get it because there's a lot of, uncertainty in the real estate industry right now. But I would like to invite you to consider why you're making a change, to make sure that you're making the correct change for yourself and your business. And for a lot of people, that comes from a fear, being uncertain, what's not known. And I'd like to invite you to come from a place of peace and love, certainty, and a feeling of centeredness before you make a decision and a choice that may not be right for you. Now, I'm not saying that any of the posts I've seen are wrong for that person. In fact, half of them I haven't even had a conversation with to even know what would make the most sense for them. But I did want to invite any agent that's kind of uncertain about what's happening right now to reach out to me. We don't have to meet in person. I know we're all busy, but maybe just a short phone conversation, I can help you think about the right questions to ask yourself and a potential brokerage to really make sure that what it is that you're doing is going to get you where you want to go. A lot of agents right now are making a little bit of rash decisions, or maybe getting mesmerized by something shiny and beautiful over here that might not be the best thing for them. Now, what I would suggest most people focus on in this industry are your non-negotiables, your daily routines, your weekly things that you have to do, making those calls, those connections, really honing in on any skills that you might be lacking, any support that you're not receiving, figure out where you could receive that. You may be fine staying right where you are, even if you're not getting the support that you need. You can maybe hire a coach to be that support for you and stay where you are. Or maybe you're in a location that has a lot of things that aren't right for you, and maybe you do need to step out and research other brokerages that are available to you. But don't be so quick to rush off to something that looks really shiny on the surface and maybe presumably better than what you have. You may, one, be right where you're meant to be, and maybe those tools and supports are available and you just don't know they're available. I've had many agents that have worked for my brokerage that didn't even use 3/4 of what we offer here, and they didn't reach out and ask about these things, and they just felt like they just were not knowing when these things were presented to them and shared with them. You just get busy, you get in your routine and you forget. Maybe it is a leadership problem where they're not conveying that or communicating that value to you, but it could also be on you that you're not pursuing and looking for it. For instance, we have a mentorship program at our office, and I've had a lot of agents come on through that. And a mentorship is not a coaching program. A mentorship is more like, hey, I'm here for you if you need me. I'll take you, go with you on your appointments. I'll pull you on mine. But that mentor agent, the one that's mentoring the mentee, is not going to go fully out of their way to support them and teach them if they don't think that agent wants it. Do you see what I'm saying? It's a little different. So like a coaching, if you want to hire a coach, you're paying the coach in order to take you through, maybe their own system, or you give them your goal and they help you get there. That's a little different, but you need to know what you need. So even if you're on a team or in a mentor environment, if you're not speaking up and asking for things, hey, do we offer this? Is this available? How do I learn more about this? You might think that it doesn't exist, but it may exist. And so in those moments, you may already be where you need to be, or maybe something that you need to do yourself that's part of being an independent contractor that's not really part of a team lead or a broker to offer to you either. But in most cases, it is something that should be leadership at some level that's either guiding you to where to find that or providing that for you. Granted, brokers, team leads cannot do the business for you. That's going to be you. Obviously, you're an independent contractor. This is your own business. And most agents understand that, but sometimes, especially when there's something going on in the industry, like right now, there's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of kind of fear mentality out there where people are like, oh no, maybe your broker's not giving you the answers you think you need to hear. So you're going over here because they're promoting some sort of this drama to scare you into thinking you need to be somewhere that you don't. But if you are somewhere where you're not seeing results and you feel like you're doing everything that you can do, I definitely implore you to reach out to other brokerages and see what's offered. Ultimately, and I tell agents this all the time as I'm interviewing them, you're going to do the best where you feel comfortable. So if you have a team lead or a broker that's very approachable and willing to teach you, then that's probably a good place for you, versus you don't even know how to reach your broker, you don't know where they exist, or you're in a massive team where you're just kind of like, I don't even know like who does what and what happens. You may need a change, or you may need to further learn where you're at, how things work. Either way, you're the one in the driver's seat that gets to decide, like, how can I make this situation that I'm in better? What am I not utilizing, or what am I not doing? Like, are you making your phone calls and your follow-up? Are you taking trainings? Are you showing up for yourself and for your team? Or are you just kind of sitting at home waiting for something to happen? Real estate is your own business, and you have to have a plan for success. And if you don't know how to develop that, hire a coach, a mentor, ask your broker, ask your team lead to help point you in the right direction. If I have someone on my team or at my office that I never hear from, I don't know that they need anything from me. I think that they're perfectly content where they are, whether that's, doing a couple of transactions a year, or whether they're doing 100 a year and I still never hear from them. I'm going to assume if I don't hear from them and there's no problems or questions, that they're fine with whatever level they're at. If I hear from them and then I can help guide them, that's going to be helpful. Now, if you're trying to get help and guidance where you are and you're not receiving that, consider, is it a leader or management problem, or is it a you problem where you're not conveying or you're not actually doing the things you need to do? And that's kind of where the disconnect's going to be in this industry, especially for new or newer agents. If you haven't been in the industry for a while, you don't understand or know how it works. So you're used to being at a job as an employee that has a certain schedule to follow, that has a task list to follow, and it's very clear you're here to work the cash register, or you're here to build the house, or you're here to manage this scenario, or whatever it is. In real estate, you get to wear all the hats. You get to be your own branding and marketer, you get to be your own advertisement, you get to be your own boots on the ground person, you get to be your own researcher and your own data entry and your own everything, right? Unless you're on like a team where they have everybody kind of doing different things. But ultimately, it is so different from changing from an employee into a real estate agent. And even if you've worked in the real estate industry, like I've had staff that have gone from like knowing a lot, because as a staff that's seeing all of it from that end, knowing a lot, but then when they actually put on those pants of now I'm an independent contractor, a salesperson, they sometimes find that it's not what they expected, even though they had worked in the industry and thought they had a good handle on it. It is definitely different than what you may be expecting. Now, if you've been in the industry for 10, 20, 30, 40 years, you have a good idea, but things do change. So are you going to keep doing the old things that maybe worked before, or are you going to embrace some of the new things and move forward and ahead in your industry? I hope this has helped. I know it was a little bit of a longer rant than you're probably used to from me, but I'm just seeing so much out there. Uncertainty, scarcity mindset, worrying about competition where they don't need to be, focusing on what someone else is doing or not doing versus taking it upon themselves to do what they need to do and staying on track for their business. If I can be of assistance, yes, I'm a real estate broker in Cape Coral, Florida. I can help guide you wherever you may be, though I also do coaching. So if that's something you really do want to hire a coach to help you, I can help you with that. But if you just want to have a little phone call, there's no charge for that. I'm happy to help you, happy to help guide you with whatever direction, whatever questions you're having a little difficulty with right now, as far as, what you should be doing. Sometimes you don't see what's in front of you because you're in it. So having an outside, perspective can be helpful and help guide you in the correct path. I don't want to see agents fail that really want to be in this industry. I do agree a lot of agents are going to leave the industry that maybe they're just tired of it, or this wasn't for them, it wasn't what they were expecting. And yes, go do what it is you want to do if this isn't for you. But if you know it's for you and you want to put in the time, work, and effort, let's chat, see what that looks like for you and how you can be successful. Susan Milner, Florida Future Realty. You can call or text me on my cell phone, 239-218-2229. I will talk to you soon. Have a wonderful day.